What is up, everybody? So this is the start of a new series I'm doing. I don't know what the fuck I'm going to call it, but I'm going to shoot these on Sundays, and I'm just going to literally rant on shit that just kind of been building up that I haven't been able to get out in the form of a podcast or in the vlog. That's how much pent-up shit I have going on in my head, is that even with a full-time podcast and a vlog, I can't get it all out. So here's something I want to talk on, right? There's a lot of discussion right now regarding Alex Hormozi and his new gym hybrid program. Those of you guys who are not familiar, Alex Hormozi is a fitness consultant, marketing, sales guru. He owns a company called Gym Launch and Gym Legacy. I've had him on my podcast. He has developed quite a reputation for himself and has been working with thousands of micro gyms with a marketing model he created through his ClickFunnels background and training and marketing and all that in the 6-week challenge. And the popularity of the 6-week challenge, right? And for those of you guys who are still not with me yet, a 6-week challenge is probably the most popular currently low barrier to, and I wouldn't even call it a low barrier entry. We'll call it a duration-based front-end offer that can range anywhere from $600 to and higher to probably in the $500, $400 range, depending on your market. That's Alex's gig. He has made that, like anyone that's selling you, like these guys that are selling fitness leads, like trying to sell you on the idea that they can get you name, emails, and phone numbers, they are a prodigy, a product, a copycat of Alex Hormozi, right? They were inspired by him, or they just directly tried to steal his playbook, or they thought I could do it better. Whatever the fuck it may be, that's what these guys are. So all the shit you've been being hit with, right? All the marketing fucking, I'm gonna, and it's got emojis in it, and some guy fucking like in his mansion or fucking like on vacation talking about how he's gonna save your business and get you 30 new members a month. These are all guys that stemmed from the success that Alex Hormozi created. Him and his wife, Layla, and I don't know them personally. I've only had the pleasure of interviewing Alex. And I'm not here to talk about Alex or the new hybrid program. It's his the new product he is selling now. What I am here to talk about is the fact that right now there's a lot of you that have gone through his program and seen good success, or someone's like his. Like, I'm going to put them all in that same category. Have gone through one of these 6-week challenge, duration-based efforts, where you were going to go ahead and blanket with marketing a free 6-week challenge. Then when people come in, you do a bait and switch type scenario, or maybe you don't. Maybe it's, you let them know the pricing up front, but it's in like the back of a video, which no one ever makes it to. Bottom line, this is what you've been using as your front end offer. This is what you've been using to get people into your gym. And I'm here to tell you that shit works. It does. It works. It's a lot of fucking work. It's hard. It does work. It is not an easy play button. It does fucking work. However, it doesn't work the way you think it's going to work. A lot of you are going to these companies because you're thinking the solution to your problem is more people through the door, right? Like, in which really the solution to your problem is money. That's the fucking problem you have. You don't have enough money. And you don't know how to make the money come, as Alex calls it, rain. You don't know how to make it rain money yet. And the pitch that these companies are selling you is that the solution here to making more money is to get more people through the door. Makes sense. We all want more members, even with a really high, let's call it retention rate of 96 to 97%. That means you're still losing 3 to 4% every single month. So you need to at least bring some to the door so we can net zero. Netting zero is not a bad thing. A bad thing is netting negative 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 or more. Netting zero isn't a bad thing. That's a wash. It means you grew zero, from a membership perspective. Maybe you sold some more personal training. Maybe you had a good retail month, whatever. But a net zero isn't necessarily a bad thing. And I want to make sure everyone understands that. I want to make sure to make that point. But the other thing I want to talk about is that with this belief that your solution to money is getting more people in the door, you're in a lot of trouble. These buildings, all this back here, They have finite space. There's only so many people you can get through the door. And I know what you're saying. Okay, Stu, we get it. Yeah. That's why we also focus on retention, right? Because I want to keep people. Good. Okay, great. So let's boil this down. You need money. You believe the only solution is to get new people through the door. And you believe the solution to that is to run ads, landing pages, gimmicky or not, on brand or not, duration based or not. So free week to my gym, 10 days for $20, trial class, free personal training assessment, whatever these things are. And I'm going to tell you, yes, they work and you need them. But if everyone in your market is thinking the same thing, which most are, and I will say most 99% are, they are thinking there is a marketing play, there is a series of ads or photos or videos, there is special targeting on the back end of Facebook that I don't understand at all. But when someone who does understand it clicks some buttons and moves some things around and retargets, a lot of people use buzzwords like creates a custom audience and retargets my whatever, that it's magically, people are just gonna come in. This is what I'm trying to get down to. You believe, an intelligent human being who started your own fucking fitness company, that there is a thing that a human can do behind a computer screen to make someone else do something. That's not what marketing is. Marketing is not, I created a special ad and some language and copy with emojis and a landing page, and people will see it and they're just not going to be able to help themselves. They're going to click on it, put in their name, email, and phone number, and poof, show up at your goddamn fucking door. Like, I don't know how I really got here. I was just on the internet browsing cat videos and I saw this thing and something overcame me and I just had to give you my information and come in here and give you hundreds of dollars. What am I here for again? You really think that's how this shit fucking works? That's not how it works. And when the only thing that you transact on in a marketing, meaning the videos and images you put out into the ether, into the social media world, into a billboard, into a radio ad, into a podcast, is all transaction-based. 6-week challenge, boom, 1 week free, boom, come try this class. You have not developed a brand. You have literally just developed an entity that is constantly having the 50% off closing sale. You guys all know that mattress company in your fucking town? The one you drive by and it's like every goddamn week and month they're having a 50% blowout closing liquidation sale, but they've still been there for fucking 9 years. Now listen, that's a marketing tactic. Alex himself has talked about how they will do club and studio and gym grand openings once a year because nobody fucking knows any difference. They got people that don't know, fuck them. And the people that do know, fuck them. That's exactly what your shit looks like. Now, when you drive past that mattress store, do you ever think to yourself, man, I'd go in there to get a mattress? 50% off, liquidation sale. Shit, I'm going to give me one of them Tempur-Pedic bitches and I'm going to be sleeping good tonight. No, you don't fucking think that. You don't. You think that's where people go who are broke as fuck. You think, I bet you they're really selling crack in the back of it. And you think, how is that fucking thing still in business? All I ever see them do is, these closeout 50% off. Is that what the fuck you want for your business? And I know, again, this is like if I was speaking to Alex or one of these gurus, they're going to tell me not to coach you guys or pitch you guys on brand transactions. They're going to fucking tell me to tell you that cash flow is the lifeline of the business, and Stuart, it's got to be sales, 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 sales. And they're not wrong. Cash flow is the bloodline of the business. What I'm telling you is that over sales focused marketing tactic and a lack of branding tactic is not the only solution. It's not the only way to get there. I know you want people in your doors. I know you want to sell more memberships, and I know you need that cash flow. But if you truly think that this emergence, and again, this is an emergence. This wasn't around 10 years ago. Yes, LA Fitness and Gold's Gym have been selling free weeks to their gym, free months for 30 years. I get that. But the micro gym industry, the micro fucking gym industry has not. We have been doing trial class and then we sell you. We've been doing a consultation where we listen to your goals and what it is you're doing. We show you the value we can bring. We show you our unique style of workout and how it's better than going to the Globo gym that is giving you a free month. The tactics that these guys are selling you to launch your gym, build your gym, grow your gym, whatever fucking verb that they're putting next to the goddamn word gym is bullshit and can be used in these high volume models. Most of you guys got into the boutique or what I call the micro gym industry because you probably maybe fucked with the Globo gym industry at some point. A lot of you did. You had a job there, you were a coach, you were a trainer, you were a district manager, a sales rep, whatever, and you were like, fuck this. The economics don't work, the footprints are too big, nobody gives a fuck about the clients, they're hoping they pay in full and they never goddamn come in. This is one of the things that drew you to opening up a 2,000 square foot warehouse or starting up a boot camp in the park like I did. You could actually give a fuck. You didn't need that many people. So then why are you listening to these guys who are trying to get you 35 fucking leads in a month? What are you going to do with 35 fucking name, email, and phone numbers that come into your business for a consult? Now, if you get them off the internet, out of 35, you'll probably close 6 of them. That's not bad at all. That's 35 fucking hours of work at a bare minimum 35 hours of work if you do it the way I always coach or recommend, which is to do a full-on consultation. The guru guys will say, fuck that, man, you could do these group closes. You know, this is where we get them to come in all at once and you do one big fucking pitch to all of them. You might have a slideshow, you know, maybe you plant somebody in the audience. I've seen that work. And you're going to pitch them all at once, because why waste that time? I don't know about you fuckers. That's not what I got into this for. I didn't get up there to fucking be selling Tupperware or MLM products in front of a fucking group. Like, okay, guys, I'm glad you're all here for a 6-week challenge. Let me tell you all about it, right? And if you pick it today, you will get a special rate of blah, 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 like the fucking OxyClean guy. That's not what I got into this for. I got into this because I enjoy fitness, I like helping people, and I knew I could do it better than anybody else. And guess what I transacted on? Brand. I am such a proponent of branding over marketing, but I'm not saying branding in lieu of marketing. It's over, not in replace of. We still market. You should still have evergreen ads out there. You should still have front-end offers. You should still have promotions. But if that is your fucking play all the time, the other team's going to figure it out. They're going to figure your playbook out real fucking quick. Real goddamn quick. And guess what? You're predictable. You're absolutely fucking predictable. Not in a good way. Yeah, I know some of you fucks that listen to my content are like, but Stu, you said that all good brands are consistent and they always deliver a consistent, reliable, predictable price. Shut the fuck up, John. All right? Yes, I know what I said. I'm talking bad predictable. Driving past and it's always a 50% clearance fire sale fucking predictable, John. That's what I'm referring to. That is not a good look. Bad optics, John. Why don't you transact on brand? Huh? I bet you if I asked everybody in the fucking room, what is it you think about branding? Is it good for your business? Should you be doing it? Most of you'd say yes. You'd say, hell yeah, I should be branding. I want my brand to be strong. I want it to be unique. I want it to tell my story. I want people to feel a thing when they hear my brand, talk about my brand, tell a story of my brand, drive past my building, see my logo, see an ad. Well, then why aren't you acting like it? I know why. Branding is hard. Branding is so fucking hard that if you were to look at the entry-level pricing for a brand design firm to come in and help you create a brand, which, you know, what the Orange Theories and Soul Cycles and even moderate middle-sized players invest the money into, you would be blown away. You'd be like, well, there's no way I'd ever be able to afford that. The good news is that there's a lot smaller firms and there's freelancers and there's one-off people and, you know, side hustles of people you can afford. You could also do it yourself. I would highly recommend not It's very difficult. It's probably something you don't specialize in, and it's not something you want to fuck up. It'd be like you wanting to build your own house. I don't recommend that. I know you fucking, you might know how to use a fucking hammer drill, but you probably shouldn't build your own goddamn house. But branding's hard. And you know what you guys perceive to not be hard? Facebook ads, funnels. These guys have made it seem like it's click to get more members. More members on demand. Magical recipe, a Facebook ad, photo, video, copy, and landing page, and boom, I could just start funneling these people in like they're zombies just walking in your front door. Because my ad just fucking brainwashes them into thinking, you are the gym for me. I need to go to that gym. Are you fucking high? You think Sally fucking sees your gimmicky fucking ad and thinks, holy shit, that's what I've been looking for. Now, a lot of you guys are going to anecdotally tell me, yes, dude, that's actually exactly what happens. I run these 6-week challenge ads, and people who had never heard of me finally hear of me, and I have an attractive offer, and they come in, and I let my sales do the talking. And I say, great. Keep doing that. That's fine. You have to have a call to action. You have to have some form of advertising. But God damn it, it's the only outfit you're wearing. Some of you guys have never, ever put any effort or time or thought into your branding or the message that's being, given to the prospect or customer, or what your brand promises, your core values, or your core focus. You've never, looked at your 7 elements of primal branding. And yet you sit here and you're like, but I post on Facebook all the time. Doesn't that count? Yeah, it counts. Is that it? Is that what you're looking for it to do, is for it to count? Do you have a boss checking in on you? Are you looking to just check the box? The beautiful thing, like, people who don't hate social media are people who make money off it. Alex Hormozi doesn't hate social media. I sure as fuck don't hate social media. I love social media. I love the ability to create influence in the form of written word, video, audio, photo, and get it out there and make people think a thing about me. Before, you'd have to do a thing for people to think a thing about you. Now you can put out media all day, every second, every hour, for people to think a thing about you. A good thing, a bad thing. What are your prospects fucking thinking about you? When they see, your shitty, gimmicky, challengey fucking ad every fucking week. Or maybe you're listening to this and you're like, but I'm not even doing that. Let me dial you in too, all right? Maybe it's your blurry photo, your fucking image of something that's an inside joke amongst you and your fucking 29 members. The amount of bullshit you guys put on social media that doesn't tell a story to someone who is not a member blows me the fuck away. That the people who enjoy social media are people who make money off of it. Who do we make money off of? Individuals who don't know us. They learn about us. They're aware of us, what we call brand awareness. And then they consider us, as what we call the consideration phase, and then they might purchase. Those are the 3 buying cycles, or the 3 stages of the buying cycle. For those of you kids who have never heard that before, awareness, consideration, and purchase. If you Google it, there you'll find different names, but generally it comes out to awareness, consideration, and purchase. Facebook itself, when you're creating ads, it gives you 3 objectives, and they are based around awareness, consideration, and purchase. So, what are you doing with the shit you put on Facebook? I have looked at you guys have seen videos and content I've made where I go on a fucking rampage on someone's Facebook or Instagram because I look at them like, what in the world were you thinking? Did you fucking did Helen Keller and fucking Ray Charles get together and get fucked up and hammered and do your social media? The hell is wrong with you? You look at it and there's no story. It has one sentence, then you get into it. You're like, no, I'm taking it real seriously. I put up a photo, Stu, and guess what? I put a black and white filter on it, and I put Carpe Diem. # better than yesterday. Fuck yeah. Oh my God. Fucking run in the traffic. That is the shit that's like, I get it, and I applaud the effort. I really do, and I know, and I get that you're on your way. You're on your journey. And I'm happy that you've taken the first step. But brother, we got a lot of fucking work to do. The point of this when I got up here was I wanted to talk about brand. I wanted to talk about the idea that marketing is very hard. You're going to have to put in a lot of fucking work. But if you really wanted this thing to become something that you actually liked, do you think the guy who owns the fucking 50% off store, selling those bitch ass mattresses that, busted Tempur-Pedics with jizz stains on them, you think he like rolls up to work and is like, man, look at what I've created. Holy shit, this is fucking dope. I don't think so. And my gut in working with thousands of you fuckers is that that's what you want. Gym launch and gym revs and engines and, builds and gym whatever verbiage companies are going to tell you, fuck your brand, go off transaction. Broke people can't have a brand. And here's what I'm here to tell you. Cash flow is king. You need people to come in the door. You need to be running advertising and marketing that is evergreen. You need to have a front-end offer. You need to understand how to convert and sell. But I'll tell you this right now. The biggest players out there, which I know you're not, but just stick with me for a second. The biggest players out there also run ads, but they transact off brand. And they're the biggest players out there. When the biggest players out there with the most amount of money to spend on ads, and again, there's some Dane Kennedy that I learned from Alex Hormozi, right? He who can outspend others on marketing will win. He who could spend more money to acquire a customer will win. Well, then that means Barry's Bootcamp and Orange Theory and all these other companies instantly win. And here's my issue with that. Well, I don't think Dane Kennedy is wrong. Is it Dane Kennedy or is it Dan Kennedy? I don't know. I'll have to text Alex afterwards and ask. I need to get better at that. While I don't think Mr. Kennedy is wrong, here's what I do think. I think you don't have the marketing budget of these guys, so you can't outspend for a customer. And I think you will have to transact on brand. I don't think you're going to have Barry's Bootcamp numbers where you are going to have 15,000 members across the world. I think you're going to have 150 to 300. Some of you bigger fellas might have up to 600. But you're still a micro gym. And if you're sitting there and you're going to try to tell me that you can solely focus on advertising transactions into sales, I'm here to tell you that I would like your zip code so I can put your zip code into my Craigslist app because I'd love to be notified when you go out of business because I bet you probably even maybe have a decent location, some equipment me and a bunch of other cool fucks would love to buy off you, you short-sighted motherfucker. Because that's what it is. To think that you can just sit there and transact off advertise, sale, and not off brand and have no branding in there whatsoever. You're like, well, no, we have some. Like, no, you don't. I looked at the last 100 posts you've made across all your social media platforms. You don't. If I asked you what your brand was, you'd sit there looking like a goddamn moron. Well, we want people to feel better than how they felt before, and programming, community, and shut the fuck up, John. You don't have it figured out, and that's okay. You don't have to right now. You need to commit time and energy and effort to learning what you can. If you don't have the basic information as to what a brand is, go and seek that information out. If you don't really understand what it means to have a business that there's branding, look at the stuff you fuck with, the stuff that you buy. It makes you feel a certain way. You have certain thoughts about that company without really knowing anything about that company other than you buy shit from them that you like. Branding happens between the ears of your customers and in their hearts and in the things that they say about your company. It has nothing to do with your coaching, community, and programming. It has nothing to do with the actual service or the actual product or the features or the amenities of your thing. It all has to do with how it makes somebody feel. What they say about it when you're not around. That is brand. It's like reputation. What do people say about you when you're not in the room? That is brand. And I'm here today to spit on this fucking Sunday and tell you that if you're not putting more emphasis into your reputation and your brand, you're going to have a very, very big problem in the future. Because Facebook ads are going away for you. You will not be able to afford them on a long enough timeline. Just like all of the media. It's the same reason you don't have a billboard, you don't have a fucking TV spot, you don't have a radio spot. You can't afford them, and those are the oldest forms of fucking advertising. The oldest fucking forms. So you can't even afford the oldest fucking forms. And for a moment in time, you get to play around with the new ones because you're an early adopter. I know you don't think you are, but you are. You're an early adopter of the Facebook and social media ads. And once all the big money gets into it, you are fucked because you are a small-time micro gym. You're only going to have 150 to 300 or so clients at any given moment. And you believe you're going to be able to just transact. You know how small towns, everyone knows everything in a small town? Right? Why is that? The degrees of separation are smaller. Right? Everyone knows everybody by one person, if not personally. You fuck up in a small town, you got to move. When you're a micro gym and you only need 100 to 300 clients, and you really fuck up over the course of 2 years, 3 years in every fucking post for 900, 1,200 days has been 50% off fire sale, 6-week free challenge, come get a free week, whatever, constantly, and you haven't developed any level of education or entertainment in your content? You haven't transacted on brand in the fucking least? You know what the fuck happens to you? You become a goddamn nobody. And everything you thought of when you went to open this business, how people, what they would say about you, how people would feel, how they'd wear that shit proudly, is going to go away. And I don't want to see that happen for you. Right now, you're probably teetering. Right now, you're listening to this, and you're probably teetering. You're like, well, I'm doing this thing, but I kind of see what he's saying. And it's not like it's too late. You need to focus on brand. You need to focus on your reputation. You need to focus on content that provides education and entertainment that is not always looking for a transaction, and asking for a name, email, and phone number is a transaction. You need to stop trying to fuck on the first date. You're not even that goddamn good looking yet. You haven't got it figured out. And there you are trying to fuck everything on the first date. Hey, you saw this photo I put up? Name, email, and phone number, please. Ooh, you just watched 7 seconds of my video? How about I get a name, email, and phone number? Biatch. That's you. Got to knock that shit out, guys. We got to knock that shit out. That's it. That's all I've got for this. I don't even know what the fuck I'm going to call this episode of whatever the fuck this is. But I liked it. I think I'm going to keep doing it. I hope you did too. Appreciate it, guys.
And I'm a dancing with myself when there's no one else inside. In the crowd and low